Thank you. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie created somewhat of a firestorm this past weekend when he ordered a nurse who treated Ebola patients in West Africa to remain hospitalized in an isolation unit. That nurse has now been allowed to go home. Well, tonight Christie is turning his attention to the campaign trail. He's on hand for a campaign rally for gubernatorial candidate Tom Foley. News 8's Aaron Logan live in Groton tonight, where the Republicans are holding that rally at this hour. Aaron.
Keith, Governor Chris Christie hasn't stopped tweeting, and he hasn't stopped tweeting about Ebola. That was one of ABC News headlines just a few hours ago. Now tonight, his focus is getting Tom Foley elected the next governor of Connecticut. And as you can see here, protesters and supporters can hardly wait for him to arrive. He is not here yet. This is Governor Christie's fourth visit to Connecticut, supporting Tom Foley, rallying voters to put a Republican leader in charge. As you know, Tom Foley and Governor Daniel Malloy were both candidates in the last gubernatorial election, and it was a close one. Now, this go-around, polls show they are pretty much tied. Both candidates have been bringing in the big names to pump up voters. Tonight, we talked to both Republicans and Democratic voters who are hoping everyone is focusing on the real issues in Connecticut tonight and not Governor Christie's weekend national attention on his mandatory quarantine in New Jersey for healthcare workers returning from Africa. A former mayor of Groton says tonight is all about Tom Foley.
He's got a plan to reduce our tax structure. My experience in government, especially in the last 10 years, the taxpayers have reached a saturation point. They just can't afford it, especially those on fixed income. We have to find ways to reduce the taxes and increase our revenue resources.
And for about 2 hours, supporters and protesters have been outside the Spot Cafe here in Groton waiting for Governor Christie to arrive. He's expected to be here in just a few minutes. And coming up tonight on News 8 at 10 and 11, we'll have reaction from Governor Christie and voters about what he had to say at this visit. For now, we're live in Groton. Aaron Logan, News 8.